Hello, everyone. Welcome to, I guess, an episode of the Football for Live Show podcast. It's not really a podcast. I'd say it's more of a quick review of the Liverpool versus Leipzig game in the Champions League. Played in Budapest, actually. Liverpool, as you will probably know, won 2-0. With Salah and Mane giving us that timely win. And yeah, I just wanted to keep this fairly quick. This was a wonderful result. Really, really special. I smiled all the way through the game. I thought we attacked really well. Thought we attacked with lightning precision. I think the game was just really entertaining for everyone that watched it. I think it's one of those games where, because of the way Nagelsmann sets up his Leipzig team and the way that Klopp sets up our Liverpool team, you are always going to have a scenario where both teams go out wanting to attack, wanting to score goals, with space opening up, both in midfield and in defence. Lots of speed. I'm thinking particularly of Salah and Mane up front for us, but then Nkunku, to an extent, Jakob Poulsen when he comes on at the end. He has a decent amount of speed to him. Sabitzer doesn't necessarily have the most incredible pace, but he has a speed of thought that really sets him out from a lot of other players in Europe. And there's a reason why he's being looked at by clubs such as Liverpool, clubs such as Tottenham. I think Man United were looking at him. Obviously, Bayern are always looking at Leipzig players. You've got. I think that even at some point there was rumors that one of the Spanish giants was looking at him. So there's a real reason why there's an excitability to it. I thought. I thought it was, for a game that basically is really chaotic and had lots of space opening up. I didn't think actually the game would be able to do that for the whole 90 minutes, but actually it did unfold that way, didn't it? It's because you imagine that like the stamina of the players would run out after 60 minutes and that you would desperately need subs. But Klopp has really instilled this sort of insane stamina in all of us. Again, Nagelsmann has done a similar thing with Leipzig. Let's talk about the game itself. That was sort of an overview. I thought that, as we saw, the game hinged on two mistakes, basically. After having the first half where Nkunku goes through and Alisson brilliantly saves, you have Dani Olmo. He has a diving header that comes off the post. But on replay, actually, it looks like when Dani Olmo heads that ball, Alisson actually gets a fingertip to it, depending on the angle. In fact, I've got it just here, off camera. This sort of quick movement, ball from Angelino, ball comes over, and it didn't particularly show himself to be very talented at City, but he's got more game time at Leipzig and plays often like a left winger, even though he's a left back. But he gets the cross in, and Dani Olmo heads it. So from the front angle, you're seeing the players in the penalty box, and it's sort of the usual television angle. You know, it looks like it just comes off the post, but actually from the reverse angle, it's a delicious cross. I mean, it really was. Here, yeah. So from the reverse angle, where it's like one of those camera shots that's done on the wires, the ball, yeah, it's a really clear line to the corner, and yeah, I think Alisson gets a hand to it, and it's just so good to see Alisson back to his former glory. You know, he's had these games where we've not played badly for 80 minutes or 70 minutes or 75 minutes, and then calamity by the goalkeeper, calamity by defenders has done him in, and it's knocked his confidence. But I think this is what goes to show about having an awesome goalkeeper like Alisson, and what we've missed over the last 15, 20 years is that we've had goalkeepers that when one mistake goes against them, even if they haven't had a bad game so far, they will they will crumble to some extent. But you know, Alisson has 2 bad games and 1.5 bad games, and he gets himself back in a really comfortable mindset where he doesn't feel bad about what's happened, where he acknowledges that an error was made, but then he always endeavors to fix that mistake. Then so the big chances of the game, basically the Olmo header, the Nkunku. Well, no, because actually after that there's the ball to Salah, right, from Trent. Delicious ball over, and Trent and Salah gets through like he did many times in that first half. And you know, he goes, okay, I actually think he makes the right decision here. He goes to just lift it slightly over the goalkeeper, not too much power into it. Don't hit it low, because Galaxy likes to put his legs out. So or keep them close. Like he likes to extend himself but keep his legs together. So that wouldn't have worked. So he tries to lift it and it comes off his shoulder. And then immediately after there's there's that Bobby chance, literally in the same movement. And he gets through into the penalty area and puts it wide. And you're thinking, oh, this is absolutely brilliant. This is really cool. We're looking really confident. Leipzig, but just the way they set up their defense just meant that there was so much space for us the entire game. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, I don't think I've ever seen I haven't seen many teams defend like that way in Europe in a while, and be that reckless. And then after that, there's the Robertson chance where it's just like, oh no, it's not. No, there's before that. There's the Sabitzer shot, which, ball from Olmo, out to Sabitzer, and he does what he's used to, which is what he's best at, which is sort of taking one touch to get out of his feet really quickly and then just smack it really, really hard. And he's known for being a long shot specialist. And Alisson comfortably saves. And then I think it's the Robertson chance. Yeah, it's a quick counter from Mane. Flick to Bobby, takes a deflection off of Campbell and the ref, but the ball's lifted over into Mane again, who just runs straight through. The goalkeeper comes to Robertson in midfield, and he takes one touch and hits it from his from the middle of the Leipzig half. It's like 30 yards out, and Galaxy goes headfirst into the net and looks a bit hurt by it. But he's not he's not far away at all. Like, it's really impressive how quickly he gets it out of his feet, and it's really impressive how he thinks to just hit it from that angle, especially from a position where, you know, he is a defender, he's an attacking defender, but he's attacking fullback, but, you know, he's not used to having to scoring many goals, but he almost scores the best goal out of everyone. Really, it's quite incredible. And then and then it comes out to Mane, takes a shot. And it kind of comes down, and he miskicks it again, and then he hits it again. So the ball comes to Firmino, who passes out to Mane, and he cuts inside and takes a shot, and it comes off of the number 14, which I think that is. Anyway, I'm starting to dilly and dally and stuff, but so yeah, there's the Mane chance where he, you know, hits it first time and it kind of scuffs up into the air, and it falls very kindly again, bounces on, just in front of Upamecano, but out near the line that would go out for a corner, and he manages to somehow keep it in, you know, sort of does a ninja move to try and keep it in, and Bobby heads in, and it's literally a fraction away from being out of play, you know, but it's, you know, it's such a fine margin that basically, you know, we could have had a goal right there from a direct header, and it would have just, you know, kicked us off, and it would have been really special. But then let's fast forward to the later part of the game then. So, you know, it was there's the Nkunku chance, and then this is it, and this is where the excitement and the joy that we all experienced came. You know, 52 minutes. The Bobby takes a touch, but it falls to Sabitzer, and Sabitzer just goes to pass it back. And back to his defenders, back to his goalkeeper, you know, whatever, and he rushes it. Leipzig's passing was sloppy all night, and he basically beautifully dissects his own defenders, his own defensive line, and it just comes through to Mo, who does a great job of absolutely anticipating that, because he has to be imagining that actually there could be a mistake about to happen, and so he reads that possibility. That's why he makes that run, gets on the end of it, you know, runs into the box, no defender can catch him, gives a goalkeeper the eyes, bang, bottom corner. 24 goals for the season now. He's now, you know, he makes up for the mistake he made in the first half. Not mistake, really. He knows that Galazzi's going to probably come down low with his arms up. So he just gives him the eyes and puts it in the corner, drills it low instead of going high. And then, you know, and then that kind of got the party started. It's a lovely finish. He gives Galazzi the eyes so that he can go, so that the goalkeeper goes the opposite direction, and then he just rolls it in the corner, basically. And it's good to see Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Uncle, as Aaron puts it, fist pumping, beating the air, feeling that rush of adrenaline again. And I think that's what we were all feeling watching the game. And then 57, and this is the killer blow. And this is the final nail in the coffin, basically, I think, for Leipzig. And why this now becomes very, very hard for them in the second leg, because now we've got, after this goal, that's 2 away goals now, and it means that Leipzig are going to have to attack us with everything they've got. And it means that, considering all of the space that they were creating for us tonight, leaving for us tonight, they're gonna create more, even more in the next game, because they're gonna have to absolutely try and stretch it out. They're gonna have to try and make runs in behind. They're gonna have to try and play long balls and switch the play. They're gonna have to be even more high pressing and even more intense about it. It means they'll tire out more space, and I reckon we'll kill it off. So let's go through this quickly before we end. And this is the Mane goal. And the ball comes over here, and it's just a simple long ball upfield, and Leipzig can't handle with it at all. You've got this all night. Upamecano was making mistakes. You've had an experience there where 90 minutes has been where Upamecano has sort of he's just gone to Bayern, but like tonight his head wasn't in the game, and every time he had possession of the ball, he looked like a walking hand grenade, a living hand grenade. He just couldn't do anything correct with that ball. Kept losing possession, kept tripping, kept trying to make runs into midfield. It wouldn't work. And this is what happened. So 57 minutes, long ball comes in. Mukiele in midfield loses him. He goes in for a slide tackle. And Upamecano doesn't get anywhere near it. He makes the ground up, but doesn't put in a tackle, and just lets Mane run 10 yards with the ball at full speed, and lets him again, very similar to the Salah goal. Mane gives the keeper the eyes and puts it right in the corner on the opposite side of the net. Two very similar goals, but the speed and the precision and the accuracy of where he puts the placement of the ball in the net, that's what does the keeper in, and that's what fundamentally does the rest. This could mean that's the end of the tie, theoretically. I expect there to be goals in the next leg, whether that's confirmed to be at Anfield or not because of travel restrictions. That remains to be seen, but I thought it was an incredibly clinical performance. I thought Kabak did a really good job at the back, considering that, it's his second game for us. He's up against Nkunku and, again, Jakob Poulsen, who is a very physical presence in the last 20 minutes. We had a really wonderful display from Curtis Jones in midfield. Youngster is just showing that, he has the mentality for Champions League games. We saw it when he scored against, what was it, Midtjylland? No, against Ajax. The ability to read the play, to rise to the occasion, all incredibly impressive to see. And I think that's basically tie over. I think there will be goals in the next leg. I think Leipzig will score. I don't think they'll score enough, and I don't see them playing a game where we then don't score. I think they're all the big things in the game that I could probably cover in this little video. But yeah, thank you all for joining and listening to my rambling thoughts for a little bit of time. Hope you're all doing well. Take care, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.